Welcome to ITW, the show that's going to help you enhance instruction through innovation. I'm Aubrey Harrison, the man, as the song said. I'm going by myself today, and today I want to talk to you guys about teacher websites. I want to talk to you about some different ways where you can really maximize how you're using teacher websites in your classroom. Some of you guys don't have one, and I want to encourage you to create one. Some of you have one and you just haven't been using it as much. Maybe you're not sure what to do with it, maybe you're not comfortable with it, but I want to just talk to you guys about some great purposes for your teacher website and how it can really maximize how you use it with your students and with parents. Before I get to the purposes, I want to talk to you guys about the why. I think the why is very important. Why do you need to have a teacher website? Why is it important as a part of being an instructor, being an educator? Well, I want you to consider, how do we do searches? How do we look for things nowadays? If I want to find a certain item at a store, maybe a TV or something like that, where do I go? I don't have to get in my car anymore and go to the store. I can go online and look at their website. Same thing if I'm looking for clothes or whatever it is I'm looking for. If I want to move, I want to look for a house or an apartment or something like that, I can go online and look at different websites. Same thing applies here in education. If I'm a parent and I want to find more information about my child's class, maybe a project that's going on, or maybe how I can contact different ways I can contact my child's teacher, I want to check their website. That's the first place I'm going to go to. So that's why it's important to have you give that parent, you give that student a reference to go to whenever they have questions. Maybe they want to take a look at your syllabus, whatever it is. But you give that person a place to go. And if you don't have a website, and now that parent, that child is kind of flying blind until they can get back to school either the next day, or if it's on the weekend, they have to wait the entire weekend to go. So having that website there and available, right accessible to them, it can be a huge help to our students and our parents. Also, it's like a personal billboard for yourself. You kind of let your students and your parents into who you are, maybe how long you've been into school, what you studied, some of the things you believe in, your philosophies in terms of what's important to you in terms of education, and what you feel is important to improving the educational experience of the child. So you kind of open the doors to your students and your parents on how you feel about this, who you are, and those small intricacies about building the relationship between you and the parents. So those are just a few factors I think are very important as to why do we need to have a teacher website. So your website can serve several functions, several purposes in your classroom or just in your professional life in general. I just want to give you three that I think would be very helpful, things you might want to consider as you're developing your website, as you're creating it, setting it up. So number one function that your website can have is as a means of communication. It's a way where you can update your students and parents on a variety of different things. Maybe you want to try a new strategy. Hey parents, we're going to start flipping our classroom. This is what this means for the students. This is what they'll need. If you have questions or concerns, you can contact me here. And you just kind of give them that information up front. They can see it there, and they'll always have it. They can always refer back to it. You can put a calendar up there. You can embed a calendar into your website, and students will be able to see it, parents will be able to see it, and it can be a variety of different things. It could be district-related things like teacher work days or stuff like that, or maybe it might even be something like assessments or big projects that are coming up, school events, prom, whatever is going on at your school, picture day. So you can give your parents that place where they can see that information right there on your website. So communication is a key component to it for having a website, one major reason. Another good reason for having a teacher website is for your resources. You can post resources for your students to take a look at, to kind of extend the learning, so they can take some of the learning that they're doing in the classroom and go and add on to it at home. They can take the learning with them to their home, to their house. So there's a variety of different kinds of resources that you can post. different websites that you use on a regular basis, or just other ones that you think might be really helpful for them to kind of illustrate a concept differently. Or maybe it's something where they can make something or create something, or maybe a game. Maybe you just put some Dreambox or something like that on your website where they can always get to it. So you can put links to different websites. You can put different videos out there, videos that kind of explain things a little bit differently, that kind of illustrate it. Maybe you find something that's a little bit more fun, something that maybe adds some a musical component to whatever it is that you're teaching. So videos, things like that, other kind of documents. Maybe you post your presentations that you do in class on there, so students can go back and take a look at those again. Maybe you can even add something to it and just narrate over top of it with different apps like that. So all different kinds of things, resources where students can go back and take a look at it and kind of add on to the learning that they have, that they got in the classroom. They can take that at home with them there. The last thing I want you to mention as you consider developing your website is maybe using your website as a hub, as a place where you kind of manage all things related to your class. You can use your website to post and receive assignments. I know that there's a widget within Weebly. A lot of people here are using Weebly. You can post an assignment widget within Weebly that will receive assignments. And there's other ways where you can do that too, through Google Sites or other websites that you're using, but you can use that there to kind of interact with your students with the assignments, or even same thing with an assessment. You can post an assessment, for example, like a Google form, into your site. Students could complete it, and then you'll get that data back, and you'll be able to give them their feedback immediately, depending on how you do it. But you have one place where your students always know where to go. It's centralized. Whenever they want to send an assignment, they want to see what assignment is coming up next. They want to see what assignments were done last week or ones that are coming up next week. They can always go there. But you can even use it as a place where students can communicate with one another. Me and David showed you last week how to use that Google form as almost like a semi-Twitter communication tool that you can post on your website, where students can fill out a form and their feedback goes right into a document, and it kind of just cycles through, and people can communicate with each other that way. Or maybe you just use the commenting feature on your site. So using it as a hub, a centralized location where your students know to go to for all things related to their class. They can see what assignments are coming up. They can see what content that they're supposed to be learning. That's at one place, one-stop shop for them to go. So those are just a few different ways, a few different purposes of what your teacher website could be. So try it out, take a look at it, and see what works best for you. Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of ITW on teacher websites. Hopefully you got some good ideas on what you can do with your website. There's a lot of easy ones that are free to begin creating with. We talked about Weebly, Google Sites, there's several different ones out there. Episode we did last year hit on all the ones that we support. So make sure you check that out, and you can get more information about how to get yours started. As always, you can contact us either through Twitter with our handle CMS to the core, or you can send us an email at cln@cms.k12.nc.us. We hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and stay tuned for next week's edition of ITW.